Now that I've shown you how to use the ingress controller, I want to show you how to use external DNS. In the previous lecture, I explained to you how to set up an ingress controller. On the public cloud providers, you can use ingress controller to reduce the cost of your load balancers. You can use one load balancer that captures all the external traffic and sends it to the ingress controller. This as opposed to use many load balancers, one for every app. The ingress controller can be configured to route the different traffic to all your apps based on HTTP rules, host and prefixes. This only works for HTTP or HTTPS based applications. So you need to be able to apply rules based on host or prefixes. If your app doesn't do HTTP or HTTPS, then you cannot use this approach. Then you just create a new load balancer for that app. One great tool to enable such approach is External DNS. This tool will automatically create the necessary DNS records in your external DNS server, like for example Route 53. For every host name that you use in ingress, it will create a new record to send traffic to your load balancer. So it will create this new record in your DNS server, like Route 53. So that when you use a new host name in your ingress controller, this host name will be automatically created and will be routed to the load balancer and to your ingress. The major cloud DNS providers are supported: Google Cloud DNS, Route 53, Azure DNS, Cloudflare, DigitalOcean, and so on. Other setups are also possible without ingress controllers. For example, directly on the host port or using the node port. The node port is still work in progress, but it will be out soon. Let me show you how this external DNS works with a diagram. So we have the internet, we have two pods in our Kubernetes cluster, we have the Nginx controller in one pod and the external DNS in another pod. We have one service in front of our ingress, and that service is of type load balancer, so that service spun up the AWS load balancer on the left here. We're going to add a few ingress rules. So here are 3 rules, and these rules will be read by the Nginx ingress controller. The external DNS tool will also read those rules and will see that it needs to create DNS records for host X example.com and host Y example.com. So external DNS will create those records in AWS Route 53. For example, it can be any external DNS provider. So that host X and host Y are going to point to the AWS load balancer. Then the client comes in, it's going to go to AWS Route 53 to get the IP address of a host name, for example host X example.com. Route 53 will reply the IP address. The IP address will be of the load balancer, so it will connect to the load balancer. Load balancer will connect to the ingress service. Ingress service will redirect the traffic to the ingress controller. Ingress controller will read the rules and will see that it needs to route this request to pod 1. So that's how it works in a nutshell with external DNS, the Nginx ingress controller, and an AWS load balancer. This setup I will show you in the next demo.